Hey guys, Ozzy here, back with another video. Today we're going to be covering 4 Solana projects that I have come up on my radar within the past few days. Some of these are fairly new, so you've got plenty of time to get on their whitelist and plenty of time to get into their Discord as well if they are closed Discords, which a few of these are. I did drop a post on a few of these projects as well on my Twitter, so if you're not following me on Twitter, head over there at Aussie NFT Guy. I do drop a lot of alpha there, a lot of projects that I'm keeping my eye on before I record a video. It's easier to post a tweet than it is to record a video and edit it and whatnot, so follow me there. Also, if you're watching these videos and you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Pretty much dropping 2 or 3 videos every single week, so you guys can look out for that. But aside from that, everything that I go over in today's video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. NFTs are a super risky asset, so do what you will with the information that I provide to you guys in the video. Do not take it as financial advice, because it is not that. But without further ado, let's jump into the first project. So the first project I wanted to cover is called Eaglez. These guys are relatively new and they've only been around for less than a week. They already have over 5,000 on their Twitter account and they already have 14,000 people in their Discord. So basically these guys have come out of nowhere, and their very first post that they did have was a sneak peek, and it was kind of like one of those posts where if you interact, you'll be considered for whitelist. And so this one kind of went off. It had over 3,000 likes, over 1,700 retweets. And then ever since then, these guys have been consistently getting hundreds and hundreds of likes and retweets on their posts. So these guys are again following that pixel meta vibe. I would say of all of the pixel art that I have seen within the past, I would say month or so, this is definitely up there as some of the top pixel art. I know the artist as well, fairly well. His name is Bad Luck Zolp. You can follow him on Twitter as well. He's the founder of this project with another person, I believe. He's an extremely talented pixel artist. I've seen some of the stuff that he has done. He did some of the artwork for the Champions collection, which if you didn't know is one of the most exclusive collections on Solana as well. But he's the artist behind Eaglez. He is a very, very genuine guy. I've had multiple phone calls with this guy, with other people, with one-on-one with him, and he is a really good guy. So I have full trust in him and whatever this team wants to deliver. At the moment, I'm fairly sure it's a fairly small team. It's him himself and then probably a few mods that he has on board as well within the Discord. These guys have only just released their Discord. Thank God it's not a closed Discord. Closed Discords have been getting the best of me lately. I do like when a Discord is just open and it's easy to get into. It helps you guys out as well. They have an open Discord. And instead of being called a whitelist, they are calling it a fly list. And the good thing about this collection, which is just going to be super refreshing, is that it is going to be only a quarter whitelist. So we've been seeing 100% whitelist mints lately on Solana, which is getting super frustrating, it's getting super overdone, and projects are manipulating it. It's super refreshing to see that these guys, as you can see, they're only going to be fly listing, which is basically their whitelist, like I said. They're only going to be doing that for a quarter of their collection. They haven't yet released how many are in the collection, but let's just assume it's 1,000. That means a maximum of 250 people are going to be added to the fly list to mint on the fly list. So essentially the white list, but they're calling it fly list, which I think is pretty cool. But aside from that, there is not too much information. Their Discord's open. Go jump in there. All of the information to get fly listed is in here, so you can go and read through this yourself. But besides that, there's not too much information. So go and follow these guys, throw notifications on. I do have respect for this project because I have respect for the founder, Zolp, who is behind it. I know he's a very, very hard worker, very, very cool guy as well. So go and give these guys a follow, throw notifications on, and keep an eye out for what these guys have coming up in the next few weeks. So the next project I wanted to chat about is called Magnum AI. Now, I apologize, this one's a little bit late. You still have 2 days to get on their whitelist so that you can submit your wallet, so that you can obviously mint. They're minting on the 28th of February. Now, this over here is in Australian time, so the 28th of February, which is a US mint date time, will be the 29th. So you still have around 2 days, like I said, to get onto their whitelist. They have a good following, 10,500. They also have a very solid Discord, 14,000. As you can see, there's still probably around 200 or 300 whitelist spots, assuming that this is correct over here. Sometimes, like I've said before, this doesn't update, so sometimes it lags behind. There may be more people on the whitelist than what this does say. Now, I do believe that this is going to be a 100% whitelist mint. Keep in mind that most of the time, not 100% of people will mint that are on the whitelist. People forget to submit their wallets, or people just don't wake up and mint in the time that is allocated. So more than likely, what isn't minted on the whitelist will just go to a public mint. It'll be first come, first serve. We all know how sort of frustrating that can be. So do your best to get onto the whitelist. I do believe they have an open Discord, so you don't have to worry about getting to their Discord. It's open, jump in there. There'll be information in there on how you can get whitelisted. A lot of the time, these projects do giveaways and whatnot. Like I've said before, they'll give whitelist spots on fan art, on law submissions. They'll play games in the Discord. They'll just give people who are genuinely just interacting with like other people in the Discord, having genuine conversations. They'll just pick a few people randomly sometimes and give you whitelist. But aside from that, these guys are planning to do a staking sort of thing where you'll be able to stake your NFT. You'll be able to get their token, and with their token, you'll be able to upgrade and customize your NFT. So we've seen that with Tayo Robotics. You're being able, I'm pretty sure, to customize certain aspects of your NFT over there. So these guys are doing something similar. You'll likely be able to customize the name of your NFT, maybe the background and a few traits and whatnot. As you get their token, you can then use that to upgrade the NFT. So aside that, you can jump into the Discord, have a look for any other information that you might find cool. Their art is more of that detailed pixel vibe, which I really, really do like. If you've seen Neo Tokyo's art on the Ethereum blockchain, it's very detailed pixel art, and from just this distance, you can hardly tell it's pixel art. You've got to kind of zoom in to see that it is pixel art. I absolutely love when art is like that, when it's pixel art, but it's so detailed that you can hardly notice that it's pixel art. And this is very similar to that sort of vibe that you can see here. I'm fairly sure this is pixel art from the eye. If you just look at it like that, it doesn't even really look like pixel art. So this is the vibe that I absolutely love. I think it's going to really pop off. You can see if you look in their sneak peeks channel, they're getting hundreds and hundreds of reacts, which is always a good sign. Their announcement channel is the exact same. They're getting hundreds and hundreds of reacts. They're getting thousands and thousands of retweets and likes on the majority of their engagement. So overall, extremely bullish on Magnum AI. I think they do well. I don't think they have announced their mint price yet. Let me just double check. 125 USD, so that's going to be around 1 sol, give or take a little bit there. And there is a 3,800 supply, like I said. I think these will do well at that mint price, at that supply. I think they'll do well on secondary. So this is definitely one that you would want to be on the whitelist for. If you're planning to flip, then that's going to be a profitable flip, most likely, in my opinion. If you're planning to hold and stake, then it's also a fairly good hold as well. I don't see this going below mint price anytime soon, unless obviously projects can go under mint price if there's a bunch of FUD or if they rug, but I wouldn't say Magnum AI appear to be any of that. I think they appear at the moment to be a very genuine project. But yeah, not financial advice like I've said before. But yeah, let's jump on to the next project. So the next project I wanted to have a chat about is called Zaysan Raptors. They're going to be a collection of 1,555 Zaptors. Obviously they're on Solana, and they do have a token that's going to be called Alexa. At the moment, they've not released any information on their tokenomics, but once they do, obviously you'll be able to find that out within the Discord channel, and they'll probably be dropping that information on their Twitter as well, I would say. Their Discord is closed, so with that said, you'll want to follow them and put notifications on. Go into it with the expectation that obviously it's going to be hard to get into their Discord when you've got 10,000 people to compete with. A lot of people that are following them will have notifications on for that exact reason. So if you don't get in the first time, just keep trying and you'll probably get in the second or the third time. With that said as well, I will have a video on the screen somewhere on how to best get into closed Discords. I've been into a ton of closed Discords and I found out a few really cool ways and a few kind of like slick ways to get into the Discord. So go and check that video out. It'll be somewhere on the screen. But besides that, I really do like the art that these guys are going with. It's very similar to the Boryoku Dragons art. And then with that said comes an interesting sort of topic. I have heard that the Boryoku Dragon, they did some of their art, is also working on the Zaysan Raptors art. There's nothing confirmed at the moment. It may have been a secondary artist that worked on the Boryoku Dragons art that is now working on the Zaysan Raptors art. I have heard a few people say yes. I've heard a few people be a little bit confused about it. So take that with what you will. You can go and compare the art side by side if you want. I do think the art, regardless of that, whether it's made by the same artist or a similar artist, I think the art is absolutely phenomenal. I think it follows that pixel vibe again, but it is that really, really cool sort of like detailed vibe to a certain extent. Obviously, it's not to the certain extent like Neo Tokyo was, which is an Ethereum collection. If you go look at that, you can see the amount of detail in that compared to something like this. But with that said, I really do like the amount of detail that is in this for a Solana project as well. I really do enjoy it. There's not too much information besides that at the moment. Even on their Discord, they have made their first announcement just only 10 days ago. So the Discord is fairly new as well. So if you're in the Discord, that's a great starting point. If you get in there, that's going to be your best shot at whitelist. But aside from that, let's jump on to the next project. So the last project I wanted to speak about is called Dinolabs. Now these guys are extremely early. If you scroll back on their timeline, you can see that their first tweet was on February 22nd, which is around 4 or 5 days ago. This initial tweet got thousands of likes, thousands of retweets, and since then they've posted sneak peeks that have again got almost close to 1,000 likes, a couple hundred retweets, and this is great engagement for a project that is literally just launched. They've got around 5K followers, which is obviously good for only having 9 tweets. These guys are building up a ton of hype. From their cover photo here on Twitter, as well as this here, this little sneak peek, these guys have tremendously talented artists on this project. And the one thing I would like to say about this particular art piece here is that I really like when projects go to the effort to create art pieces that further the lore or further the story of the project. A project that had done that well in the past is Catalina Whales. I always say the Catalina Whales made a ton of content around their project. Instead of just posting a bunch of sneak peeks, they went to the further effort of creating art pieces like this to further progress their timeline, their story, and the lore. And then just with this cover art here, assuming they created that, I think that's very talented as well. But just the general art vibe, as you can see with this one here, I love the animated pixel art. It's one of my things that I'm just attracted to. I like when projects make it. And just looking at this one compared to other ones that are animated pixel art, I think that they've got a really, really talented artist. So this is a project to definitely keep an eye on. With that said, they have nothing released. So they don't have a supply release. They don't have a Discord release. They have no website. They've got literally nothing. So this one is perfect for you guys. If you feel you're always late to projects, this is going to be a project that you will be early on. With that said, follow them with notifications on. So if they do just start dropping Discord invites and Discord links randomly to get into a closed Discord, you're there early. Like I say, the earlier you're in a closed Discord, the better your chances are at getting whitelist because there's less competition. Usually when projects are whitelisting you, they do the majority of it through Discord. They obviously do Twitter giveaways and whatnot, but the majority of whitelisting goes on through the Discord. So make sure to get into their closed Discord if that's what it's going to be. If it's an open Discord, that's even better. You don't have to really stress about it. Obviously, when there's an open Discord, there's just a bunch more competition to be able to get whitelisted. But there's not too much else besides that I can cover on this project. I really enjoy the art. But aside from that, that is this video done. There's only been 4 projects. All of them have been pixel, ironically enough. But all of the projects that we have covered have really, really cool pixel art, in my opinion. Some of the best that I've seen on the Solana ecosystem anyway. My entirely favorite, like I've already said in this video, is Neo Tokyo's artwork. I really love that detailed pixel art vibe. We haven't seen that yet, I don't think, on Solana. So when a project does that, I'm going to just be totally crazed over it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm going to stop rambling. It's getting late at night here, so my brain's kind of not working. But if there's any other videos you want me to create on the channel, just drop that as a suggestion in the comments. Head over to Twitter if you're not already following me, at Aussie NFT Guy, and feel free to give the channel a subscribe. I'm always posting videos like this, usually 2 to 3 times a week. I'll probably be posting a video very shortly on my overall journey on the Solana ecosystem and what I started with and where I am now, kind of updating you guys on my overall journey and what I've done to get where I am. But aside from that, I'm going to end it here, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.